Station Tokyo is a sequel to Next Station London. It is a flip and write game, a game where you're flipping cards and drawing subway maps out. And yes, this one is, well, if you like Next Station London, you're going to like this because it's very similar. There's some rule changes. Let's take a look. In this game, you're drawing 4 subway lines. There's actually a 5th subway line. It's already drawn on the map here, this green loop subway line. But you'll have 4 other ones, and there's 4 different colors, purple, blue, pink, and brown. So players will start with one of these. You'll draw that line, and then you'll pass the pencil and take a different line, and you're going to do that 4 times. After you draw each line, you'll score for that line, and then you'll do some endgame scoring. The way a round works is you'll turn over the top card of the deck. So let's say I'm doing the brown line. This means attached to a pentagon station. The brown line starts here, and I can draw over here. That's really my only option. But as time goes by, let's say the next one here is a triangle. I can extend it up here. I could go down here. Oh, actually, that was my only option there. I could have started there. I missed that. Well, anyway, I'll just extend it up like this. And you're just going to keep drawing the line. You can't branch off it unless you draw one of these branching cards. Some cards are green, and the reason for that is there are 5 green cards. When the 5th one comes up, you're done. Also, some cards are going to let you go to any station you want. This one also lets you go branch too. Once you're done, you're going to count the number of sectors. Now, it's really hard to see here on camera, and it's actually really hard in real life. This thing is split into sectors with a very yellow thin line, and I really actually dislike that. That yellow line should be easier to see. In fact, there's just too much yellow on the sheet in general. But you'll see how many sectors you've gone through, and you'll multiply that by the number of stations, the most stations in one of the sectors. So if you went through 4 stations in one sector and you went through 3 sectors, it'd be 4 times 3, you'd get 12 points. If, starting with round 2, you make another one, let's say pink comes over here and connects to this, we now have a station that's a transfer station, and that's in this section here, so I would color this section in to get 5 points at the end of the game. And if you can make stations that have 3, 4, or even all 5 colors, which would include green, you'll get bonus points for those stations. All 5 colors gives you a 30-point bonus, but it's really hard to do. And then finally, you'll lose points for each of the stations inside the green loop, 3 points for each one that you didn't connect at the end of the game. This is what a finish game looks like here. So you can see the pink line, the brown line, the purple line, the green line, and the blue line. And so here, there's a 4 connection station that gives 15 points. You see we got some transferal stations here on the bottom. 4 stations in the loop weren't gotten. And then the scores for all 4 lines. You add all that together, and this is a final score of 97, which is not as good as this score of 121. But you can score, and everything's going to change also based on when these cards come out. There's also a few modules with this game where you can play with special stations or goals that everyone is trying to get. And that's how you play. Next Station Tokyo, I'm giving an 8 because I really enjoy this game. There is one negative, which is I already mentioned, which is the yellow. I found that yellow very difficult to see in most lighting. Other than that, though, I like the idea of drawing the subway lines. I like the stuff down. Some of the extra little bonus modules, by the way, can be used in London. And I'm not convinced you need to own both. I mean, they're very similar. This one I like a little better game-wise because I like the little circle that it has in the middle. I also like, not the rules. This is another thing I'm not a big fan of. Stop making your rules look like a map. But they give you a ton of sheets in this game. Now, I always laminate my stuff anyway when I play it, but that's pretty neat. So if you'd like, again, like I said, if you like Next Station London, you're going to play it. If you never heard of that one, this one's fun because you're just drawing that subway line, and when you're done, you actually have what looks to be like a functioning subway map. It looks pretty cool. And, you know, you have only a few choices, but you're also trying to figure out, do I want to hit those stations in the middle because I don't want to lose points? Am I trying to connect stations together to get those bonus points? Or am I going to take each subway line and try to score as many points by hitting as many things? Or did I just go to a wrong spot and corner myself in with this line? So, very interesting idea. I expect we'll see more in this series as time goes by. And like I said, I don't know why you would need to own all of them, but it's still a neat game. Definitely one to check out.